Welcome to your daily dose. My name is Robert. It's our pal Susan, and we are here as we always are for 5 minutes of funk and fun. Um, the thought of the moment for me is the reality of a nonprofit. Here we are, approximately 4 to 5 months into our nonprofit. I think getting you to say "our" was kind of hard, right? I mean, you keep pulling.
Yes.
Yes, I'm the CEO, the
Yes.
founder,
Yeah.
and you are,
The
you
first
know,
follower.
first
And
follower.
that is so legit. And it is coming much more naturally to me now to have first person plural.
I'm
Thank you.
glad to hear that. So just, a check-in and an out there for our friends, because we built this thing over 3 years, and it is a reality. There is a fully functioning 501c3. I'm beginning to keynote starting Saturday, 2 days from now. Well, depending when you see this, it'll be on the 10th of September. And getting this out there so it can be run on a bigger level and really be a full-time effort. What does that mean? Well, part of our world means fundraising. And there are several ways in which we look at that. When we started, we were talking about this event, which we're still having, the YAX Effort, Yes and Exercise Festival in Texas. That's December 3rd. Go to our website, check it out. It's
Mhm.
happening. You can
It's
sign up.
happening in
You can
Austin.
RSVP now. Lots of ways to get involved and at least say I'm going to be there, which is great. What we've done, and I'm happy for, is we've expanded our view on what it means to fundraise. Instead of making that an all or nothing event, and I think really putting an inordinate amount of pressure on ourselves, we said that's a keystone event, and there are other places to reach out. And I think that's where I'm starting to feel a little bit of positive response. I'll give you the internet. We're having a different fundraiser coming up here in about 2.5 weeks at the A's Parkinson's Awareness Game. And this is, more of a low grade fundraiser in terms of I'm not trying to raise a ton of money. It's more about establishing a physical presence here in the Bay Area, saying I'm here, I'm nearing graduation, ready to roll out classes. And by the way, those classes are going to cost. And that's where you and I have done some significant work. Do you want to talk about that?
Well, yes and no, they're going to cost. The classes don't cost the people who come to the class
Correct.
unless they choose to pay it forward for
That's right.
the next student. And that's happening now. And it's so heartwarming and enriching and amazing concept. And when you first proposed a pay it forward concept of sustaining ourselves, it was like,
Right.
wow, that's like a big hopeful kind of idea.
Well, let me yes and that in a way to say we don't charge students and it costs. So this is the
Yes,
balance. I want to be very clear. It costs.
absolutely.
The
Yes.
classes do and here's the reason why. I need to pay for my family to stay alive with this PhD and all of this work. And so that's why, yes, these classes cost.
And you create every moment of these classes. You
Absolutely.
create a structure, you create slides, you create pull in the right games.
Well,
You
and the
have,
research that led to all of it too. I want to make very
yeah,
clear to
right.
everybody watching to say, these are clinical trials that led to this. This is years of research,
So yeah, so when
formal
you say,
research within a PhD program. Go ahead. Sorry.
well, we're saying the same thing here. When you say PhD, that encompasses all that stuff in your mind. But for the people who haven't really been on this journey so far and haven't literally gone through the clinical trials and have been part of conversations about it, may not realize you having PhD after your name represents, it's not just the 3 years, Robert, it's actually pretty much the last 20 or
That's right. This
30
is
years of your life.
it's the formalization of those 20 years. The getting into the PhD we've talked about in other places. I want to stay right here for a moment just to say that. So when we have these events and we reach out to people, and we'll be reaching out to more of you, to say there are creative ways to do this. We talked about birthday fundraisers on Facebook. We talked about events with your company that if you want to do that. We talked about, of course, keynotes, speaking events, engagements in that regard, and all the online classes, that there are many, many ways to engage with this. And we're not talking about individuals. We don't want you to feel like, well, geez, I don't have that. That's okay. What you do have is a network of people. And if you believe in this and want to spread the good of what we're doing, we want to give you the tools to do that easily because it does cost. And that's fair for us to say.
Yes. And you're the lone nut that started this whole thing, and you really do have so much behind what you're offering, what we're offering, what's out there for people to take advantage of, and each person who does at no charge, right? There's a difference between a charge and a cost.
Let's pick that up in our next episode. If you stick around, you might find out a little more, because I want to talk about why this matters within the Parkinson's community, what we're offering, and why.
Let's have that conversation.
All right.
Next.
See you. Bye.